Yo, let's get to it.
Big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie
in the bed,
the big homie show. Swoo! Hey, hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie, hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome Debo, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go and tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Drop that zaddy in the bed, boy.
Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Yeah. What's up, man? AllHipHop.com, man. It's the Big Homie Show, man. I'm your host, DeVell McAfee, a.k.a. the Big Homie. Undefeated with the talk, man. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. Today's a Monday, and you know it's a lot of shit to talk about, man. AllHipHop.com, you know what it is, man. You get the news on the Instagram, you get the news on the website, and all that. And you get the news here. A lot of shit, man. What should I start off with? Well, I could tell you one thing. I'll save the expert opinion. Shout out to my man Math Hoffa. I'll save that for the the third act of the show, if you will. Look at this. Math Hoffa. I think I could get him for a little interview. Probably do it like Thursday or Friday or something like that. I want the scoop. I want to know what's going on with my expert opinion. Look at your boy up there. I'm right here with the blue. Right there. When he first started his show, it was heating up. Still is. And, you know, I was very happy to be on that show. Probably like twice, 3 times probably. You know, I bogarted my way on that show, man. Shout out to Math, man. Math let me live, man. He be rocking with me. But yeah, hold on. AllHipHop.com. Happy Halloween, by the way. All y'all kids is getting all those treats in y'all bag. All that candy and shit. Inspect that candy, man. You know how this shit is, man. These days, it's kind of crazy and shit. You know, make sure you ain't got no rocks in that bag. If you know Charlie Brown, you know the joke on that. You know. But y'all might be too young for that shit. Look at the people, man. Look at the people. You got Cardi B dressed as Marge Simpson. Dope. You got Superwoman, Superfly. Michael Jackson, the Remember the Time joint. Dope. Oh, man. Who else you got? You got Monica being Left Eye. Monica Denise being Left Eye, dope. Oh man, let's get to it, man. This right here, this Diddy shit. This Diddy shit be blowing. Yo, man, this Diddy shit be blowing my man. It's crazy. Look at this. Yo, Diddy's acting a fool as the Joker, which is crazy. That's the cat, man. He going back and forth arguing with the cat from Power. What's his name? Michael J. Ferguson. Talking crazy and whatnot. He was talking. Buff was talking.
Nigga, what's up? Fucking come over here and I'll bust your shit.
Nah, hey, keep it pimpin'.
Fucking pussy, make sure you don't never talk to me like that, nigga. I'm love, nigga.
Man. Keep it mackin', man. Don't even let him get you out there, man.
What's up? You
about that.
Man, you got a problem?
Keep that shit mackin', man.
You really taking over my energy
He wanna
right
hurt you.
now?
Nah, don't do it.
So what did I do to
Don't do it
you?
for this crowd. Don't do it for this crowd.
What did I do to you?
Don't
You know
do
who
it for
I
this
am?
crowd.
Do you know who I am?
He's pussy. He's pussy. Pussy.
It's crazy. You know, Diddy bugging the fuck out, man. He just dressed up as the Joker and just started wilding and shit, acting all erratic and strange and shit. I've never seen Diddy act stupid and crazy like this before and shit. You know, I guess it's all in good fun. It's Halloween, right? I don't know. It's something about with 50-year-olds and shit. They be out here fully dressed in them Halloween shit, man. You know, I don't know. They might be just wanting to play out a role or something, man. But this right here was strange. You know, I'm pretty sure Michael J. Ferguson was like, "What the fuck is going on?" As I would. Like, why is the Joker talking crazy to me? Like, I'll bust your shit. And, you know, look at Homeboy with your man Cisco and shit, the fake Cisco. He's like, yo, keep it macking, man. This was a strange exchange, if you will. And, you know, Puff was talking about some, yo, man. Puff is confused, man. He's either love or he's just like, this drama. Like, which one is it? And shit. I don't know. I think Michael J. Ferguson could have take Puff. He could take Puff. He could 1-2 Puff. Pam, pam, pam. Puff be out. I know how this shit go. He just waiting for Puff to put his hands on him and shit. That's what he's trying to do. So he don't have no excuse. He don't have nothing to. I ain't do nothing. He put his hands on me. Look at the crazy shit. This might be a joke or something. Like, because you see the other clowns with the cameras and stuff like that. So I don't know. This shit crazy. It's strange. But anyway, Steven Jackson is in the news today. Steven Jackson out here talking crazy.
Hey, yo, first off, Roxanne can care less what you think about her hat. That's number one. We ain't gonna talk about that bullshit you be wearing and marking it up for your own people to pay for. But we ain't gonna talk about that. You say stupid shit, you get stupid prizes. Nobody asked you to say nothing about George Floyd, but you decided to say it on your own. So you're gonna pay the consequences. Roxy was minding her business. Gianna was minding her business. Oh, and also, Roxanne and Gianna and the family is two different people. She don't stand with the family, and the family don't stand with her.
That's confusing.
The whole court process, they had different lawyers. And for y'all that don't know, Kanye delusional. You didn't give Gianna $2 million. She got $250,000 that they broke down through families that Roxanne is giving back to you. You got a lot of problems, dog, but if you want to address somebody, come address me. I'm speaking for the family. I've been speaking for the family, and I've been adding you at every post. You didn't have to say nothing about Georgia. We were supporting you in everything you was doing, and still support you. But every time you speak on Georgia, you're going to learn your lesson. Keep Georgia's name out your mouth, and that's for you and everybody else. Signing out. Come see me. What up, world?
Steven Jackson, man, you find yourself in a whole lot of. He's real adamant about. He's real passionate about that George Floyd shit, man. I could dig it. I could dig it because Kanye talking about he gave the family $2 million. I don't see Kanye giving no family $2 million. That I really don't think that happened. He said most likely it was like $250,000. That's what Steven Jackson said. You know, I don't know why Kanye would lie about that, but it is what it is. It's smoke and mirrors, man. It's the entertainment game. But Steven Jackson, man, you out here, you be talking spicy, man, on some gangster shit, man. Leave that alone, dog. Like, you attacking a grown ass man on social media to get at you and shit like that, man. There's other ways to go about this shit. We know you want to uphold the name of George Floyd, may he rest in peace and all that, but I don't know, man. The more people, well, not people, you know what I'm saying? I say Kanye and the Candace Owens chick and shit keep talking about this because I know that documentary is crazy and whatnot with the fentanyl and George Floyd's which was in his body and shit, and they trying to give that's the reason as to why he passed and wasn't the knee on the neck and shit. Come on, man. That's crazy in itself, number one. They're just using this man as a political tool to get their point across. And I'm with Steven Jackson when it comes to, just keeping that man's name out your mouths and whatnot. But I don't know, man. There should be other ways to get around this, man, and do what y'all do and whatnot. Rest in peace to that man. Yeah, man, we here. We here. Look at my man Jeezy, man. Look. President is black. My man Jeezy shook hands with Barack Obama. Man, does Barack even know who he's shaking hands with, man? Yeah, he probably do, man. You know, Barack is very aware of what's going on in his situation. You know, shout out to Jeezy, man. That's dope. You know, shit. Hopefully one day I can shake that man's hand as far as Barack Obama and whatnot, man. Great man, great president. Well, you know, wish he still could be president, but hey, it is what it is. But let me get back to what I'm here for. Shout out to allhiphop.com and whatnot, man. Please, you know, check out the check out the website. The website is 100% fire. You know, I don't know if y'all kids these days fuck with the websites these days, but it's very informative and whatnot. Yee's lawyer cannot be reached. Yee's lawyers cannot reach him, planning to withdraw in high-stakes Donda 2 fight. Every damn day is something with my man Kanye. That rhyme, by the way. Yeah, man, there's a financial execution on Kanye, man. They trying to strip him of all his riches. He went from a billionaire to a multi-millionaire. He's shit. I don't know what his bank account looked like. I ain't watching his pockets, but it gotta hurt. It definitely gotta hurt. And shit. Every day there's news, man. There's news every day. But let me get to it. Bam. Shout out to my man Math Hoffa. I know Math from the battle rap days. I knew Math for like a good 10 years. I know Math from the battle rap days, man. Great battle rapper, by the way. And yo, man, I want to give my expert opinion on my expert opinion. Now, I know there's this thing where Math, Esso, and Hyenkein, which I know 2 out of the 3, are at odds with each other about business dealings and who called who and who ain't show up to dinner and all this other madness and shit, right? To be objective as possible as I possibly can. It's called Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion, meaning that Math is the boss, meaning that Math gets to call the shots. Everything weighs on him. If shit go left, it's on him. You know, whether he gets the credit or not on how great the show is, you know how this game goes, man. You know how our people are. Once you fuck up, they ready to blame somebody, and that somebody is going to be the person who's on the top of that monkey, which is Math Hoffa. It's his show. You know? Now, I believe with this show, you know, shout out to my man Knowledge and the homie Misfit, know them as well. You know, they parted ways as well. It was it's a little bump in the road. It was an equitable split, I'm pretty sure. But they wasn't doing a lot of yakking as far as how Esso and Space Ghost and Hyenkein is doing. I don't know. Is this the Rory and Maul plan? Is that the plan to just springboard off of something and do your own thing? Probably. But I think it's a little too early to do that. Because respectfully speaking to that, Bag Fuel, which Hyenkein and Esso has right now, along with Space Ghost, who's left as well, they just started. It's okay. It's not my expert opinion by any means. You know, and respect to anybody that wants to be their own man and do their own thing and go off and handle their own business. That's 100% cool. I got that. But it seems like it's different ways of going about things with both parties. I think Math's way is just a little more concrete, but I just don't know the behind the scenes business dealings, which I will ask him when I interview him. Math has held himself accountable for saying he just started this business. He's just getting to learn how the podcasting world goes, and I can understand that. It's a new venture for him. You know, if he was, say, a battle rapper, you know, doing a league or some shit, like, you know, like if he was just in the battle rap world, you know, I couldn't give him that excuse, because he knows the battle rap world inside and out. Even though he's been doing the podcasting thing for like a year and some change, probably 2. I'm not real good on dates, but he haven't gotten to the money yet. He probably just got to the money as right now as we speak, and just started, you know, paying people. One thing I know for sure is, well, let me not say for sure, because this is an assumption, but I can probably say my assumption is correct, that Math Hoffa is the boss on paper. There's no partner 50-50. There's no partner 33rd and the third. There's no partner 25, 25, 25, 25. It should be 100% Math Hoffa's LLC or whatever he has put down of him being the CEO, right? So his Esso's thing that he's trying to drive home, he's saying when him and Hyenkein got on there, the synergy, because that's the word they use, the synergy. The synergy was great between the whole cast, which made the views and the subscription of that YouTube channel that Math has jump tenfold. And could I agree with that? I do have to admit that you know, when that team was there, when I say team, I'm talking about Mecca. Shout out to Mecca, I know him too. Esso, Hyenkein. I forgot homeboy's name, that, you know, the dude that be doing the Bible scriptures and all that. But shout out to him though. Yeah, you know, it's a couple of good episodes. You know, it was a good transition in questions and good back and forth barbershop talk. You know, I can get with that. But as far as saying, because we was there and the whole team, because I see what he's not trying to pinpoint himself and say, me, I'm the one that made the views jump. You know, so he's trying to sound as logical and rational as possible. But you got to remember, my expert opinion has been jumping before that cast came in, respectfully speaking. You know, even when they was just interviewing the battle rappers and stuff, and then Math transitioned into the entertainment business, the views been jumping, you know, slowly but surely. And when you have a good product, somewhere down the line is going to do what it do. And he could probably have a valid point, probably, but there's no research on that. There's nobody going in the street saying, "Hey, who's your favorite cast member on My Expert Opinion and why and this, that, and the third." There's no research on that to say numbers wise, I helped this show do this, that, and the third, right? Because if you think about it, if that was the case when they went off and did their own thing, where are those numbers? Where are those numbers, you know, that supposed to be up there and turn 250,000 subscribers to 600,000 subscribers? If my math might not be math right now, no pun intended. But my expert opinion on my expert opinion, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Math makes that show. Math's questions make that show. Everything around that show is ambiance. It's pretty much like you know, like when you got New Edition and shit, but Ralph is the motherfucking singer. Everybody does the backup and the dancing and the sliding and all that and whatnot. You ain't see no Bobby Brown in there that could just jump off and go do their own thing and be like, yeah, you the reason why this show is such a no. Math is a big reason as to how that show moves. All the cast members are pretty much interchangeable. You understand? Look at Mecca. Mecca actually, shout out to Mechanism Mondays, my man Mecca. He plays his lane. He knows his part. And that's not to diminish or say anything disrespectful towards Mecca. Not at all. But he knows where he could interject. He knows when to come in. He knows where to place the questions at. He knows his lane. I'm this guy. I'm the intellect that asks this question or that question or what have you. And to be fully transparent, I wasn't too big on Esso. I even called Math and told him that myself. Yes, I said it. I wasn't too big on him. You know what I'm saying? I think he was a little too much, like extra in some of the episodes and whatnot. Hyenkein, some episodes he'll do good, some episodes he'll fall back. He's, like I said, respectfully speaking, it's just ambiance. You know what I'm saying? He definitely, if I had to choose out of the two, I would definitely keep Hyenkein. I would have definitely kept Hyenkein. He knows a thing or two. I give it to him. He'll know when to interject as well and stuff like that. So, Hyenkein and Esso, they boys. They fuck with each other. So it's a loyalty thing. If one goes, the other one goes, vice versa. And that's cool. That's cool. It's just all about, I don't want to be here picking sides and stuff like that because I want to give everybody a fair shot in this, even though Math is my man. But it's all, at this point, my expert opinion with those guys is just about knowing your place. It's just about knowing where you fit in, knowing your role, not to overstep your boundaries. That's what it is. If Math is saying that he's trying to contact Space Ghost, and Space Ghost is probably a pivotal part of my expert opinion as far as the vision itself, right? Where's Space Ghost? Why is he not communicating? Why is he not hollering at Math? Why do those two have friction when it comes to where's the cameraman, the editor, the guy that's an integral part of the show? Where's he at? If that's the case. Because Math said he has text messages, so obviously one day he's going to have to prove that, right? I checked out Esso's and Space Ghost and Hyenkein with Shampoo, Bag Fuels episode about, my expert omission and whatnot. And they have, they refute I can't say refute because Math didn't say nothing at that point in time. They came out I think they came out first to speak about it. And I wouldn't say they have points, but if you didn't know much, you'll be willing to believe what they were saying on that show. You understand what I'm saying? You would look at it from, we're the victims here. We're the guys that got shitted on by Math Hoffa. He's the bad businessman. Like, get him the fuck out of here. Nah. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. There's holes in their stories and whatnot. I know Hyenkein a little bit. Salute to him. I'm not saying he's happy to be here, but he's not a rock the boat kind of cat. You understand? He's gonna do what he do and fall back. Like I said, I think this drives home pretty much Esso and Math, because Esso is going to be the talk out of the two between him and Hyenkein, right? So he's the one that's just saying how he feels about this situation and how the contract wasn't signed and pushed back and whatnot, how he didn't get paid and whatnot. So all of this is pretty much, if you want to be fact-finding, it's got to be facts. Some things they are saying, that's right. Yeah, okay, Math didn't show up to the dinners for all of them to sit down and speak about the show and whatnot. But why would he if he getting text messages, as far as Math getting text messages in a friendly extortion game? I would choose to believe that as far as what Math says, because he says he has the proof. If he doesn't have the proof, then Math's stupid for even saying that shit. You understand? So Math has a compelling argument. Only thing I would say with Esso, Hyenkein, and Space Ghost on how they lost out, because get this, right? They were saying that Revolt gave Math a $2.7 million deal. And this was constructed by Esso as far as like the introduction of the people meeting Math, if you will. Let's go with that. Let's just say that happened. Once again, how would he know that? Structuring the deal is Esso's nose is not supposed to be in that. Math is supposed to do the deal, then tell them what's going down, and then all that lawyer shit and accountant shit comes into play. You understand? If it was a $2.7 million deal, that would be made officially public. Even if it's Republic or Republic, even if it is public, you understand? It's going to come out one way or another, if that's the case. But here's the deal: everybody's in the uproar about $2.7 million. Math called me and said, "Yo, Debo, I looked at my bank account. I was sad." You know what I'm saying? I got what he was saying. And, there was no deal on the table. Not as of yet, money-wise. Yeah, there was probably the hookup in there, speaking in terms of business. But that's all it is. That's all it is. And let's just say if there was a deal on the table, there's no 50-50 partners. There's no 30-30 and a third. There's no 25-25, 25-25. Whatever's in their workers' contract, as far as them being work for hire or employees or however you want to call it on that show, then that's what it is. If Math was smart enough to secure what they're supposed to be getting money-wise, everybody that's in that on that show, what's the problem? What are we talking about then? What are we actually speaking about? If I get a deal, nigga, you got this, and this is what you got. You shut the fuck up and go on that corner over there and sit in the barber chair and let's do this. Let's run this show. Money is always the problem for us black folks when it comes to rising to the top. When money come into play, when it's all love and it's for the culture, everybody's in it to win it, laughing, joking, kiki, ha-ha, drink, smoke, all that. But when money comes into play, you're going to see a different animal. You're going to see a different animal, and somebody's going to change. You can't have that many niggas sitting in that shop and think that somebody's not going to fucking act unruly and different. You're not. You understand what I'm saying? When there's a boss, there's always a worker that feels like they can do better than the boss. There always is. There's different type of employees or workers or whatever, what have you. There's the ones that stay in their lane, do what the fuck they do, and go home. There's ones that have ambition to be that nigga, and sometimes they overstep their boundaries. And they just gotta go because it doesn't fit in that equation. It doesn't. It can't be two lions in the jungle. Well, it can, but you know what I mean. Like, one of these motherfuckers gonna have to give in and be like, "Yo, you the man." Math also was talking about Esso and them was trying to do shows behind their back and get the guests and all that shit like that. Now, here's the thing. If there's exclusivity in that contract for them not to run a show outside of my expert opinion, then they wrong. But if it isn't, then they could pretty much do whatever the hell they want to do. If that's the case, right? Maybe Math is the type of cat that's like, yo, listen, man, we got a good thing going here. Stop doing these outside ventures and shit and taking time away from what's going on, in my expert opinion. Because when that bag come, we all going to win. That has to be explained from the jump. Communication is everything. One thing Math says, he says, the only thing I ask for is loyalty and communication. Can't be mad at that, right? Can't be mad at that. So let's just say there's no communication. Space Ghost is friends with Hyenkein, I believe. And Space Ghost got his own thing. I think he got his own channel going. And for those who don't know, which was a surprise to me, not really somebody, because I remember he was working with Queen's Flip. And I forgot about that. And then, they had Queen's Flip and Math was on IG, and I just got reminded again. And Queen's Flip was like, yo, Space Ghost used to work for me. Same deal. So you got to remember, man, in this culture, in this thing that we do, even if you're behind the scenes, man, some people just want to be the man. Some people just want to beat, walk to the beat of their own drum. Whether in front of the camera, whether behind the camera, that's just what they want to do. You understand? Some people just don't like to be told what to do. They just don't like authority. Some people just have to be good leaders to know each and every one of their people that's working for them. Because one pissed off employee could just fuck up the whole structure in the locker room. If you're a coach, you got to make sure the locker room is harmonial, harmony and good spirits. Relax with the big words, but stay at the level you've. Myself, but it's got to be a good feng shui, man, in that locker room, man. All the players got to be happy, right? All the players got to eat, right? Here's the thing that perplexes me, the thing that I'm trying to understand. Especially when it comes to Esso. Because I know around the time Math, after Knowledge and Misfit left, Math was just pretty much trying to figure out who would be a good co-host or, barbershop, talk people to be in those seats. He had a couple of people here and there, that he's good. Nah, he's not good. He's good, but he don't jive with him good. He, what I'm saying? It's a melting pot. It's got to be something that is like what you call. So I could believe in the synergy thing Esso was talking about. I could believe in that. I get it. I get it. But here's the thing. If this is Math's show, right? And you're getting on his show. But yet I hear you running around saying you're a manager, you do this, you do that, you know the industry. Math is like more of a backpack rapper. That he knows that type of feel. I'm more champagne and make sure we in the club and doing this, that, and the third. My thing is, if I know my expert opinion, it takes a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of manpower, a lot of hours. Why are you there? Why are you there if the money's not good or to say it's a lot of shit going? You there because you just like the feel of the show. You want to talk your shit. You finally get to be on a platform that was, that was somewhat doing its thing at the point in time. And you get to talk your shit. We ain't gonna sit here and act like none of these niggas didn't fuck with they fucked with the show as soon as they sat in them motherfucking chairs. So us as hustlers, we gonna get on any platform that's gonna add to our portfolio. You understand what I'm saying? So it could be a thing to whereas ego. Esso probably felt like, oh, you nigga, you need me. He ain't gonna say it outright, but he gonna, that's how he'll probably feel. I'm assuming. But who's to say? He probably feels that way. Somewhere probably in his head, he felt like he contribute to the point where you need him. And you need Hyenkein and everybody around and shit like that. Where Math might be like, yo, that's not the case. So it's two different opinions. Who's right and who's wrong? But this is the thing. Once again, I'm gonna drive it home. It's Math's show. He could get rid of everybody in that cast right now. Cameraman, niggas in that seat, everybody. And rearrange that shit. If Math right now has somebody to come to him and be like, yo, listen, man, I got a fucking $20 million budget, but you got to get rid of all them niggas. All of them. I want to bring this person to put in the seat, this person. We got cameramans and all that. We got new cameras, you know what I'm saying, 4K quality, all that. We give you different angles, up, down, right, left, all that shit. Nigga, we bringing in the biggest guests. He has every right to do that. Every right to do that. Yo, it's been real. I'll holler at y'all. I appreciate y'all. Or, yo, it's been real. Listen, man, we're going to switch these seats around and shit. We're going to bring you every now and then. Anybody could be in those seats. Math just decided, yo, these are the people I want in the seats. Respectfully speaking, the Esso and shit, we ain't really know them outside of, probably like the inside the industry niggas and shit. We ain't know them. Some of you Queens niggas probably know them, but we ain't know them. My brother knew him. Shout out to Glamour. He knows who he is because he used to be in the music industry and shit. Matter of fact, I used to be in the music industry too, but I never really came across this cat. In this YouTube era, your face got to be out there for you to make money and be heard and seen and all that shit and get the views and all that. Maybe Esso thought, yo, this is the path. This is what I'm going to do right here. I always wanted to do this shit and run my mouth and do X, Y, and Z. Maybe. But now they could do that over bag fuel. Because I very seriously doubt that they're coming back. I seriously doubt that. For one, that nigga Math is a genius. That nigga dropped Smith & Wesson episode with my man, I forgot, I think Bigger. I think that's his name. I don't know. I might be wrong. Got into an argument in the barbershop. That's what barbershops is about, man. The intense arguments. That was a good episode. That shit. The numbers on that is crazy. In one day. So did Hyenkein, Esso, and Space Ghost jump too early? Did they fumble their own future bag? I believe so. Any smart man would have sat back, let Math do what he do, run the show. Hey, nigga, I'm just an employee here. I work here. That bag gonna come soon. See, this is the same shit, and it's happening, What's crazy is Math got Queens Flip and Joe Button on his show to talk about what's going on, which is funny, right? But he also should have got Gilly and Wallow. Because the same thing happened with Gilly and Wallow. I forgot the co-host that they had, and I just tell you right then and there and shit that you'll forget a motherfucker quick. But Gilly and Wallow had to make some, interchangeable things happening. And whatnot, like, I forgot the young lady's name. Don't call me white girl or something like that. That's her IG handle. But she was on it. She was actually dope. But I guess she's doing her own thing. Salute to her. But nah, man. $1 million worth of game is seen as Gilly and Wallow. You motherfuckers gonna be the co-host and the co-host and the host and all that. Don't matter. The show is about them. Know your lane. Stay in that motherfucker, and you will reap the benefits. If the people that you're working with or for is real niggas. I believe Math is a real one. Just don't let them, you know what I'm saying, get over on you. Speak up and speak your piece and keep it pushing. But never try to outdo the master. That's what it says in the 48 laws of power. I don't know which motherfucking number, but never outshine the master and shit. And in that sense, in that situation, that man is the master of the situation. And you know that. So this shit gonna go away. It's hot topic for now, but you know next week somebody gonna get shot in the head, God forbid, or something gonna happen, some crisis or some crazy shit, and we gonna forget about this motherfucker. Everybody gonna go about their own fucking separate ways. Math gonna continue to do show after show, and it's gonna be great. If you see them comments, they is not shitting on Math. There is no protest or mob lynching going towards Math Hoffa. If you think they give a fuck about any one of these motherfuckers getting out that chair and crying their asses off, they don't give a shit. Math is still going to win, as he's winning now. Respectfully speaking, I'm not shitting on Esso and Hyenkein. I hope they do well, especially with Space Ghost. I think that the most talented out of the three is Space Ghost. Space Ghost's camera work is fire. But is he lazy? Is he not communicating? Is Space Ghost on his own time? Probably. We'll see how good he does on his own channel. But you got to remember, everybody can speak into a mic. It just takes effort, determination, man hours. Like, it takes years to get your shit to pop. Out of probably 100,000 podcasts and all that shit, Math done cracked the code. Cracked the code. Out of the top urban 20 podcasts out there, you got to put My Expert Opinion in there. You got to. And nothing past 10. It's got to be 1 to 10. I salute that man. Because I'm trying to tell you, man, listen, that man has been, like, shitted on a lot of times as far as, like, people hating on who he is as a person. Math is not a bad cat. I've been around Math plenty of times. Genuine, cool cat. You understand? And not for nothing, he's probably a hard-headed nigga, you know what I'm saying? He wants shit going his way. But do you blame him? Nigga, his name is on the fucking marquee. He better want shit his way. That's my expert opinion on My Expert Opinion. This is not a blog. You know what it is. It's Debo, man. DeVell McAfee. Whatever name you want to call it. Yeah, man. I'm going to be following this until it dissipates and whatnot. There's nothing else to talk about. But I will have Math on this show right here, and we're going to kick it. I got some questions to ask him. He's not out the, you know what I'm saying? He's not out the cooker yet. You know, even though I'm probably more advantageous towards him than Hyenkein and Esso, you still got to ask the questions that need to be asked to see if the math is actually mathing. I know the computer's putin', but it's the mathing. Nah, man. Great show. No one's bigger than the show. And I'm pretty sure even Math know that. No one's bigger than the show. You know, My Expert Opinion is beyond Math Hoffa. He's just curating that shit at this point in time. People just watching the show, man. You know, and I called Math and I told Math, I said, yo, this show is free thinking, free, like, you could just talk about anything on that show, from politics to religion to the streets to anything. And, you know, that's how it goes in the barbershop. It's barbershop talk. You know, Even though LeBron got his shit and whatnot, man, and you know, he gets good views, obviously he's LeBron, I still fuck with Math Hoffa's show better than I fuck with The Shop. Respectfully. Everybody know Math got the ear to the street. So, with that said, I ain't gonna be doing too much talking. Math, man, handle your business, do what you do. Hopefully I see you soon. And, you know, we gonna kick it, brother. This is the Vel McAfee, the Big Homie Show. I'll holler at y'all later. 1.